Real good cup of joe. And so the work begins, everybody, on this Stay Fishy adventure. We got piles of stuff, guns, clothes, and it is time to embark on yet another elk hunting adventure. Got a lot of stuff to pack. I'm already a day late. I got sick. Pretty sure I had COVID. So I'm 2 days late for elk camp. Mom showed up to try to help me a little bit, but it's time. Let's get stuff loaded up. Let's get ready and let's get on the road and go see if we can fill the freezer one more year here. This is gonna be fun, everybody. Let's do it. There it all is. Somehow I have to fit most of that in the back of the truck and hopefully not get bit by a hobo spider in the makings. Eesh, I hate spiders. Doing the rooftop fueling. We're all filled up. 10 extra gallons of fuel, taking about 15 gallons of water. We are almost there. My little routine is we're about 5.5 hours from where I live, where we're doing this hunting on this trip. But usually I don't load up any of the heavy stuff before I get there. It's kind of a little trick for you guys. This one's free. But I usually get all my fuel and all my liquids and my extra weight in the truck right before I get there. This is the last little stop of civilization. We're getting our fuel, we get propane. We got gas, we got water, we got lots of food. We just need a dead elk down, so let's get there. All right, well, we're losing light, but we finally hit gravel. And that's a good sign. It means we're almost there. We're about 15 minutes from where we're camping. Me and Mom are holding it down. We're on our way. We're almost there. I'm gonna try to do my best to film setting up the tent and stuff for you guys. The lighting won't be the best, but that's okay. I think we've all seen me set up the wall tent before. I've got my Indy hat on. It's time to get hunty. Time to get elky, huh, little? Oh yeah, stink breath. All right, we're almost there. Well, we have arrived. Got a fresh brew cracked. BK's already got a nice fire going. Lidman's doing laps somewhere, and Phil's here in his truck. Hello, Phil.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, we're here again. And here's his tent. We got one tent set up. That's it so far. That's one. That's half the chateau. BK's trailer's over here. And my tent's gonna go right in this vicinity, right here. We're looking good. We're gonna get some of this footage best we can. It's getting pretty dark, but it's gonna be okay. Okay, well, we skipped some of the stuff, but here it is. This is what camp looks like. We're skipping dinner tonight. That's okay. We'll get you some good recipes fixed up. I brought some good ingredients here. Got the boots hanging, wood stove. Here's bed. We'll give you a better tour in the morning, but got a new cot, so Lil and I both fit on it. Got a fresh beer. It's time to go sit by the fire. Get ready for a good night's sleep before day number 1 hunting. This is living, everyone. Let's go have a fire. Okay, so it's morning time. That's the breakfast burritos on. Time to get a cup of joe in this. Obviously, the wood stove is so badass. Nice and warm in here. Pretty warm outside this morning, to be honest. But nonetheless, it's time to go hunting. There it is. You don't even need to sip it. We know it's Holy Roasters. Oh, it's a good cup of joe. Okay, truck's warming up. Let's hit the road. Okay, we got a world famous Filster breakfast burritos for the bump out. They call it the bump because we are camped on a bumpy road. But I'm doing good this morning. 6 a.m. We're on the move. We've got a good game plan for this morning. Let's go see if we can execute. Just letting the light come out a little bit. I've actually caught elk in this area before. So I'm just gonna wait it out, wait till it gets a little bit lighter. Phil and I are gonna split up. He's gonna stay on this road. Walk it about a mile or so, and then I'm gonna do a big horseshoe around and hopefully meet up with him. So fingers crossed, everybody. It's time to see if we can find some dinner. day out so far. I'm on a pretty good game trail. Got some fresh tracks. It seems like they're working from meadow to meadow. There's big meadows behind me, big meadows in front of me. Really good bedding area over in here, so they'll probably work in these trails. See if we can catch them before they go to bed. As you can see by the sweat under my eyes, it's really freaking warm out this morning. Probably 40 degrees, 45 degrees. And for elk hunting, that's warm. This time of year, at least, normally we have snow, especially the middle of November like this, so I'm sweating. The elk are probably sweating because I'm sweating. Let's keep trying. Okay. Got some super fresh elk. Still freaking wet and warm. We're not far behind them. Let's just stay really quiet and keep working through here, see if we can find them. Well, I just ran into another hunter. They have a cabin off yonder here. But him and his son are kind of doing the same push that we were. Nice part about it, and what you should always do if you're in the woods, and if the situation pending, be nice to people. Don't be a jerk. Don't get pissed off because you saw him in your hunting spot, because it ain't your hunting spot. It's everyone's hunting spot. This is public land. But anyways, talked to him for a minute. The guy's name's Pat. Hi, Pat, if you're watching. And him and his son are doing a little hunt through here. I don't think there's going to be many elk out. It's too freaking warm. I'm already sweating. I'm not even really working that hard, so. Kind of sound like a gunshot. Maybe. Anywho, the conjecture him and I made is that there hasn't been very many elk out in the open, so I'm going to get back in the truck. I'm going to go meet back up with Phil somewhere on the road and put on some miles here and try to start cutting some tracks, see where there's been some elk moving around, and possibly come back in here later tonight, because Pat said him and his son won't be coming back in here, and they know there's elk in this area. My dad's already seen them from afar. He's been up on top of the ridges, glassing these areas for a couple of days, scouting for us, so I have a pretty good little bit of intel that there is going to be elk here. So let's make our way back to the truck, put on some miles. We've got a lot of work to do today. Well, I have now been in the truck for about an hour or so. Took a nap. Not going to wait anymore. Phil is taking way too long. He's not sticking to plan. Typical Phil. I told him meet me back at this truck or at the spot we met 2 hours after we leave each other. 3 hours goes by. Phil's probably standing up there. If I have any bet, he's going to be standing right where I left him. Standing there. Let's go find Phil. But on the other hand, hopefully he might have shot something, or he saw elk, which is taking him longer. So I can rag on my best friend, but I can also hope that he had something cool happen and has had some success. So let's grab our gun, walk back up the hill, see if we can find him. Okay, so I've made it about probably a mile up the trail I told him to take and turn around and walk back on. And he's not here, so I figure he's walking extremely Phil slow, Phil style, or something cool happened, because I can see another, oh, how long, you can see down the road, right there, for a long ways. I don't see him. Chill here and listen for a minute, see if he comes. All right, typical Phil. Now I'm starting to worry. I'm like 2 miles in. I can still see a long ways. I don't see any frickin' Phil. I know there's elk in here, so I don't really want him to start hollering, trying to get his attention. Literally, I put him on this trail. Pretty hard one to lose. I said, walk a mile, turn around and walk back. I'll see you here in 2 hours. That was 3.5 hours ago. So hopefully only something cool happened. Maybe he's chasing elk, maybe he shot one. I didn't hear a shot. It is really hilly in here, so it'd be kind of hard to hear a shot in the distance. He's really ruining my morning plans here. Hopefully in a good way. Well, I left him a note on his coffee cup and set it on the ground where the truck was. Been about 2 hours. I hiked about as far as I told him to go. So he either got on elk and is following him and chasing him, but you guys are going to stick around and find out what the hell Phil is really doing. But whatever, it's all good. He's not there. I left him a note. I'm going back to camp, get some coffee, a little bit of grub maybe. We'll get a little chit chat with the crew at camp, see what happens, see if there's any elk close to camp today. And then I'll take my time and go back and pick up Phil. So, sorry Phil. I wait, you wait. Okay. A little fresh topper offer back here at camp. Mom and Dad are back at camp. A couple cookies deep. Time to go find Phil, I guess. Got some Nutter Butters for the road. He might be hungry when he gets back. All right, now luckily we weren't too far away from camp where I left Phil, so I'm really hoping that he's sitting here because, like I said before, first days of elk camp are truly the most work of all because you need to kind of get prepared for the entire week. We're gonna be here for 7 days. This is day 1 of 7. The season is 7 more days long. We got Monday, today's Monday, all the way through this coming Sunday. So a lot of things are gonna be happening. You guys are only gonna be with me until Tuesday. So I'm gonna take the SD cards from this film right now to the post office and send them to Sean on Tuesday. That way he can get the video edited up and uploaded. We're getting current time here. And then I will actually keep recording and doing some more work and see if we can bring you guys dead elk sometime throughout this week. A lot of things will be changing. Different people are showing up to camp, but hopefully Phil's not lost because that would be annoying. This country can be very confusing and get easily to get turned around in. Can even tie your tongue a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. But the nice part is if Phil walks in the direction, any one direction for long enough, he will find a road. And he definitely will find other hunters. So obviously I did. I found 2 other people this morning and didn't even try. So hopefully he's there. We got a lot of work to do this afternoon. Start checking things off the list. Then we can start really hunting. Is it Superman? Is it Sasquatch? It's a Phil. It's a Phil. Oh, it's a Phil, little. We found him.
Thanks for coming to find us.
Where you been?
I've been chasing elk.
Good. That's what I was hoping happened.
Yeah, they took me all the way up and around, so I was a little late.
Okay, well, good. It's exactly what we thought. There was a lot of naysaying. There was a lot of positive things said here in the car with the camera, but that's exactly what I was hoping happened. So I'm gonna get the details and we'll fill you guys back in. All right. Well, the scoop is that Phil got on some elk. There was about 5 head of elk that went running down through the woods, and he had to chase them long enough to make sure that they had no horns, which is basically the perfect way to do this on this kind of hunting. You have to make sure that the elk that you're looking at don't have the spike horns, because what we have here, the tags that we have, are only for spike elk, which means they have 1 horn on each side of their head. It can only have 1 horn on each side. One side may have 3, one side may have 2, but one side has to be a single prong on it, just 1 horn, a spike they call them. But he did not see any horns, no spikes. No spike. So now it's time to put his butt to work. We just left camp. We got Mom and Dad behind me on the 4-wheeler. We got the chainsaw loaded and backed up in there. See it? Great rigging by Jordan, all tied down. And I got a tree in mine. So wood is one of my favorite things in this world. And I like cutting good wood. So we're gonna go cut some good wood. Okay, well, I'm being eco-conscious here. So where we are, in the area we are in, you are allowed to cut down dead trees for firewood. So here's a piece that I have from last year. I'm gonna limb that up, get that cut up, and then here's another real nice dead tree. You can tell by the way it is. We got bark falling off. There's no more live pine needles on it. This thing's been dying for a few years, so we might get this one. Might not be dead enough, I don't know. But it's time to do some work. We gotta cut firewood. We gotta keep ourselves warm. Nonetheless, there's a bit here that I can use from last year. So let's get to whacking. Okay, so that's been broken. Got a fairly good load of wood. Chainsaw ran good. One more step left in the wood process, and then on for the evening hunt. All right, now for the fun part, wood chopping time. Okay, no time to spare. Just got done doing wood. Got a Red Bull. Need your rendezvous for after. Let's hit the road. Okay, Phil goes that way. I goes that way. We're gonna go uphill. This is where actually a person in our camp killed a bull last year. So again, I got Phil staying on a road. Hopefully he finds elk again, but I'm gonna climb this hill, work this tree line. We're gonna make this hunt go all the way till dark. So I have a good feeling about this, guys. There hasn't been a lot of people back here. Fingers crossed with me. Is this gonna be the moment we kill something together on Stay Fishy? Fingers crossed. Let's see that love in the comments below. Okay, I'm in a pretty good position. You can see a long way down to this timber, and I know these elk should be coming through right here. can smell that really sour elk smell. If you've never smelled it before, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna chill here for a little bit. We still have another 2-3 hours of daylight. I'm gonna chill here for a bit, see if I hear anything or if I see anything come out. I got a real good shooting lane through here. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Okay, we're getting down to the last little bits of light. I did a full circle back to where I started. This is right where I want to be, so where I can see long ways. I know these elk are going to come out into these meadows and feed tonight, so I'm going to take it really, really slow until we're at daylight. Truck's just down below me about a quarter mile. Come on, need a little bit of luck here. We got the skill part covered. We just need a little bit of luck. Okay, well, that is the end of day 1's hunt. Not too sad. We checked basically two areas where I've killed elk before. Neither one of them paid off today, but it wasn't a really hunty day either. Had a lot of warm weather. It's just now finally getting cold. You know, I've been in sweatshirt weather all day, so. But I have a really, really amazing recipe and dinner waiting for you guys back at camp. So let's beat cheeks. Let's go find Phil. Hopefully he's not lost again. I didn't hear any shooting, so but let's go get in the truck, get warmed up, head back to camp, start the festivities. All right, got the fire in the tent stoked a little bit here. It's time to get some dinner going. It's awfully cold, 38 degrees now at camp. Maybe a little bit colder, that's what the truck said, but it's cold. It's time to eat, get this place warmed up. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? You were a good boy today. Yeah, your voice. Okay, time for some crap appetizers. You guys are gonna love this recipe. Oh yes, you're seeing it right, everybody. You're seeing it here first. What is that? That looks like a tentacle at elk camp. We're eating octopus. And I caught this on a Stay Fishy episode long ago. I actually got this octopus on an episode last summer. We did a trip all the way up to Nia Bay, and I was lucky enough to catch my second octopus of the summer. So this is 2 tentacles from it. This is gonna be a good dinner. So all I seasoned it with was a little bit of the Hippie Cowboy, coming to you soon, and then some sesame teriyaki. It's really good. The teriyaki I found are like Korean barbecue sauce. Goes really, really good with the tentacle flavor. It really tantalizes the taste buds. Then I'm gonna throw this bad boy right on the barbecue. So let's get the barbecue heated up. I'm gonna get my rice done first, which has been a big deal here tonight at camp. I gotta make some rice. I'm gonna get that stuff all ready to go, and then we're gonna throw the tentacles on the barbecue, get those things going, because they're not gonna take very long. It'll probably take about 15-20 minutes. So let's get some rice going. Okay, I'm gonna get a couple things ready here for my stir fry. It's gonna be pretty simple. I'm just gonna do shallots, half a green pepper, and some of the teriyaki sauce I'm going to be putting on the octopus. So I'm going to get this stuff whacked up, get it in the pan. Once my rice is done, I'll throw it in there with that, get that whole thing stir frying. Add a little maybe Worcestershire sauce. Doesn't really go with the ethnicity of the dish, but doesn't matter. This is elk camp. We accept all cultures in this camp. So let's get this stuff cut up. We'll get it in the pan and get ready to get our stir fried rice going. I'm also gonna throw a little zingy surprise in. That is my pickled mushies. Should go very well in a stir-fry dish. And cut those into very big chunks so that I can get a good flavor burst when I bite into them. Probably only a few. Don't need much. That should be more than enough right there. One for the chef. Rest for the pan. Looking pretty good. Very colorful. Okay, somewhere in, oh, there it is. Grill's lit. Almost. Still getting there. As soon as you get in there, let's close that up and get our tentacles ready. Look at how yummy these look. Let's just take a little look. Let's just have a little look-see. Okay, well that doesn't look that yummy to you guys, but to me it does. Not the first time this has happened. So I'll let this grill get nice and hot. Honestly, the best way I've ever had this is over the fire. So I'm gonna let the grill get nice and hot so I throw it on there and it starts cooking instantly. Other than that, our rice is almost done. We're about ready to feast. Okay, here it goes. Uns, twos, the barbecues. Oh, I love that sound. What a good sound. Okay, we're going rice and then a stir fry. A little bit low on rice. I'm doing kale and cabbage in this. Ooh, Brussels sprouts too. Good idea, Jordan. There we go. We got a hell of a medley here. Let's get this on the stove. A little bit of Worcestershire on there. And just a little bit of the sesame teriyaki. Actually, we go pretty good little helping there. Maybe a little more. Here we go. A little chef special here. That looks like a good stir fry. A little bit nonchalant, but I think the Brussels sprouts and the kale, and a little bit of cabbage is actually going to go really, really good in the stir fry dish. So I love throwing stuff together like this. It usually works out perfect. Let's see how the octopus looks. All right, that's looking pretty good. Let's flip her over. Probably flip this thing a few times. I like to really cook this. I don't think you can really overdo or overcook octopus too much. It seems to me the little bit more crispy and kind of and well charred it gets, the more tender and tasty it does get as well. So, ooh, that looks good. All right, well the octopus here is tender. Ooh, that looks good. Let's give it one little cut really quick here, everybody. Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Oh, that looks nice and cooked. It's looking donezo. She's ready. Okay, here we go. It's time to whack the puss. Okay, I'm done. I'm done, you guys, I promise. I had my fun while it lasted. Oh, there we go. Now we got light. So I'm gonna take this little bit of membraney stuff off of here because that makes it pretty tough chew. It comes off fairly simple, just like that. And that's about all. Let's see if Little likes it. Oh yeah, I actually boiled this thing first before doing any other kind of cooking to it. So this little tentacle here, that's mine. Okay, I'm gonna go thin slices, just like you see here. Beautiful little stars of meat. Not too chewy. Amazing flavor, almost tastes like bacon, I swear. I'm actually chop them up in a little bit smaller pieces even. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, throw it into our bowl. There's a little stir fry. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum. Here we go. We'll call it octopus bento. Hells yeah. I'm gonna go one more on you. Glaze of sauce. Oh yeah. We got onions. Phil's asleep already. Naturally. Mom and Dad are already asleep. It's like 7 o'clock. Oh, right here. I just dropped one. Oh, that was a little tentacle too. There you go. Okay, here it goes. We got a sucker. Son of a gun. That is phenomenal. Octopus bento. Elk camp style. 2023.
Good.
Yeah? Where?
On the hill from the house.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay. Let me put my pants on.
Okay.
Warning number 2 is just about to do coffee, guys. Phil comes running back. We got elk. Let me put my pants on. Let's get going.
Alright, they're right here.
Yeah? Yes. Okay, either way, let's go. One of us should stay here with the radio. One of us should drive.
Go. I'll stay here with the radio.
Let's get the radios.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, let's get the radios going. Okay, in position. I'm hauling ass down the ridge. We got walkie-talkies. Phil's my spotter. Let's go kill an elk. sitting here looking at him, but do you see any horns? I'm about 100 yards from him looking at him in my scope.
Not at the moment.
Copy. Hate this shit. So I thought all the elk had left. I was pooping. I don't think you guys can see him fully, but he's running off. Big old coyote. Spooked that whole herd. But I'm actually really glad that he did, because I saw every elk go by. There's about 15 of them or so. None of them had horns. All cows and calves. So, big deep breath. Nothing to worry about now. I know for a fact that there was no bulls in that herd, so I got a really good look at each one of them as they ran, and I'm positive there was no bulls. So let's continue wiping, head back to the truck, and find plan B. That was close, everybody. That was about as close as we've been on Stay Fishy to killing a bull, except there was no bull, which is bull. God, it's beautiful out here, though. Almost got caught with my pants around my ankles. Wouldn't be the first time. Okay, back from the morning hunt. All things are good. Almost got an elk. Now we have all gathered up an appetite, so I'm gonna start getting things together. Oh, actually, side note, here's my note I left for Phil yesterday. Been waiting 2 hours. Jay. Anyways, now it's time for lunch, and a friend of ours just left camp and told us that they ran into a very large herd of elk this morning, and as they pulled into the meadow, they're going home today, so zero competition. This evening we have a really good plan. I know there's bulls in this herd. We know right where they're at. Hopefully we're gonna find them after we're done eating lunch here. So get all these ingredients. Time to cook. Okay, we got the big yellow bowl of goodness coming. So we got a large quart jar, or a quart jar of, would normally be eggs in these jars, but I do big tuna fish batches in this. This one I put peppers and onions and jalapenos and garlic in it, so that it really kind of goes in just for the salad portion of this. I like to kind of put all the ingredients in. It adds a little bit more flavor. And I know that this big jar, I'm not going to just be eating in the woods by myself. It's normally going to be used in some sort of big salad like I'm going to do here. So kind of a little word of the wise for those of you who either buy tuna or have the fortunality to go catch it. This one we caught in an episode not too long ago out with my buddy and the Blue Water Bad Boys. It was one of the most insane tuna trips I'd ever been on in my life, that's for sure. That was on the Addicted Fishing channel though, so if you guys want to go check that out. It's the most insane day of albacore fishing ever, so pretty simple. So here's something that's gonna freak you out. We go about a quart jar of that, and then we're gonna do a small jar, pint jar of smoked steelhead. Ooh, it's going out like it's gonna go in, you know? And that adds a nice flavor, because I think the two flavors blend really well when you have that very nice mild flavor, fishy flavor of the tuna, and then that steelhead has definitely more of like a salmony, rich, oily flavor to it as well. So you can already see too the color that does. Color is just amazing. And I like a chunky tuna fish, if you know what I'm saying. This kind of helps breaks it up a little bit. There we go. Nice consistency to it. That's important. So this is some Italian mayo that I made. Basically, I blended up a Greek mix of olives with my mayonnaise in the food processor or in the blender, and it is a phenomenal flavor. And it kind of cuts out having to add some of the ingredients too. So there's that. And again, you can't take it out. You can always put more in. That's what I always say. A pickle. Nice helping pickled mushrooms here. Oh man. Oh, that's gonna be good. Look at this. I'm gonna go up half a pepper. I'm gonna go with red pepper in this case. Take a small half. And a little bit of celery. And a few shallots. 3 to be exact. Let's get to chopping. Try to get all these facing semi the right way. So right here, it's kind of cool. I have lobsters, I have an onion, I have a chanterelle, and I have a blue chanterelle that I found quite a while back out in the woods, and decided to pickle it. So the pickling recipe is actually something I just recently did on an episode not too long ago. where I'm holding a big mushroom in the thumbnail. So you guys go check that one out. That's a really, really great recipe. I'll do it again for you soon. But one of my favorite ways to preserve wild mushrooms is pickling them now. It's kind of the only way, in my opinion. Next step, a little bit of Worcestershire, probably about a third of a cup, a little bit of Hippie Cowboy, we mix away, a little bit more mayo, and then one thing that's going to freak you out here, the cottage cheese. No way, he put cottage cheese in there. And the best part about this recipe too is that it tends to be better like a day or two after you make it. So it's perfect for camping like this. It's 30 degrees out every night. Keep this thing in the cooler during the day. How to reach of bears at night. Better give it a try. Yep. That's it. Come on over. Well, bellies are full. We gotta go find these elk. But unfortunately, everybody, this is where I leave you. I'm sending the SD cards from today and the last couple days with my parents the other way to be mailed to Sean, so Sean can edit this video and get it out to you guys. And me and Phil, who I'm still waiting for because he's still munching, me and Phil are gonna go chase these elk. So a very good chance we're killing an elk tonight, but you guys are gonna have to tune in next week to see that. So until next time, everybody, thank you all so much for being here on this adventure. I had a really, really good time. Be on the lookout for next week's video. And until next time, everybody, you all stay fishy. We'll see you out there.